Hi, Sagittarius. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross-watcher. Today, I'm going to ask Spirit about a connection that you may be in that is not easy. And where is this connection headed? What are their intentions? What's the next move? Anything Spirit wants to share with me. Before I start, I do want to mention I started a second channel called Psychic Kathy Mamolen, Pick a Card. And the reason I did that is because of the YouTube gods and their algorithms. And what I'm going to do is create pick a cards and put them all in one place. And that will be just a channel for pick a card readings. So I'll put the link below if you'd like to check that out. I did upload a reading yesterday to get it started. I appreciate the love and support. I know you do like my pick a card readings, but YouTube has those algorithms and I want them to get out to more people, and they are kind of getting lost when I do them. So we're changing it up a little bit. So please support that and check out the Pick a Card channel. In the meantime, let's see what Spirit has for you in this connection. It's not easy. It is not easy. Not all relationships are a fairy tale. Spirit, please share with me any guidance that you have for anyone who has found this reading today. I am listening for you now. I have grieving. It didn't work out the way you imagined. Feel the loss. You can rebuild your dreams. It is a sense of grieving, you know, especially when you have a lost long-term relationship. Sometimes you're grieving and you're still with that person. You literally are grieving the relationship you had. You're grieving the time that you spent together. Spirit just said you're grieving how it all began and the hopes and dreams that you had, and things have been not headed in that direction lately. So you could be feeling a sense of loss, definitely, even if it's not over. I have I'm tired. You are emotionally exhausted from dealing with everything. You deserve a break. Sometimes relationships are exhausting. Certain people are exhausting. The sense of you exhaust me. I mean, that's the easiest way to say it, right? That I can't take it anymore. You know, like I'm tired. I'm tired of all this, whether it's BS. I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of your actions, something like that. I have forgiving. They didn't mean to hurt you, but you are holding on to it. Forgiving helps you get past it. If you have said to somebody, I forgive you, and we want to move on, but then you hold a grudge or you hold resentments or you can't get back that trust, they're saying, do yourself a favor because it's hurting you more than it's hurting them. Do yourself a favor. And if you really felt like you really wanted to forgive them and move on. Okay. Because holding on to something that happened and keep like bringing it up, you'll never move on. You'll never repair that connection. It will just always destroy you and hurt you. And I know it's hard you can't forgive everything, but you can put it in its place and you can just, for the sake of yourself, try to move on from it. So that could be going on. I'm just having a hard time getting over something they said or something they did. I have neglect, not paying attention to what's important. Decide what's truly worth spending time on. I feel like they have to decide what's truly important to spend time on, and that should be you. A little bit of, I feel like I've been kicked to the curb. I want to get the bottom of the deck. I have this elephant coming at me. I like the pink in these cards. It's pretty. You are hurting emotionally right now. You need time to heal before you jump in again. You could just be tired. I'm trying to forgive them, but I'm just not there yet. I'm working on myself. I'm working on it. But it is a sense of neglect. It is a sense of, I need this person to help me repair the damage. I can't do it all myself either. So if you feel like they're saying, I feel lost. Okay. Can you feel lost? Even it's the couple who you share a life, you share a home, but you're like shadows that pass in the night. You don't sit and talk anymore. You don't eat meals together anymore. You talk about bills or logistics about the house. Did you take out the garbage? Did you feed the dog? So are you roommates and not lovers anymore too? So that might be something that you're struggling with, that we're like ships that pass in the night is how it's coming into me. So that's not good enough. That doesn't work either, because you're lonely. I'm lonely within a relationship, and you should never be lonely. You should never be lonely when you're in a relationship. The reason why you're in a relationship is so that you're not alone. So when you're feeling alone in a relationship, it means somebody isn't emotionally available for you. So let's see what the cards are saying. I have a Fool. I have an Ace of Swords. I have an Ace of Cups. And I have a Chariot. Some of you may be thinking, I want to start over. I'd rather start over. I'm putting a lot of thought and energy into what if. What if I met somebody new? What if I were to fall in love with somebody else and just move ahead? So this is definitely a fork in the road energy for some of you. This is a time to decide what's important to you. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone in a relationship. So that is something that I think only you can decide. But either way, you're going to move forward, because you're going to decide what's important to you as far as your feelings with that Ace. I feel like you're just going to say, either I can't do this anymore, or I'm really going to forgive and forget, and I'm going to really give this my full effort, because it is a sense of I've been holding back because I just was so hurt by something in particular. I have a Page of Cups. I have Strength. And I have a World. I'm going to say, how do I want to say this? I'm going to find the feelings. I guess I want to say it that way, because I asked Spirit, is it a spark? Is it falling in love again? And they said, it's not, it doesn't feel quite like that. It feels more along the lines of, I'm going to find the good in this connection again. I'm going to find the strength to find the good in this connection again. And we're going to enter into the next phase of this connection. And for those of you that have been in relationships, you know that you go through phases. You go through good times, good, bad, and ugly. And you go through phases. And you can literally say that was a really hard year for whatever reason, or I don't know why we felt like that, year 7 or year 14 or whatever it is. But there are difficult years, and then there's years that we kind of reconnect and we go through a different cycle. So they're saying we have to continue this journey together. So they're not looking to break you up. They're not looking to separate this couple, but they are looking to find a way that we can enjoy each other again. And I think that that's what they're asking you to try to do. I have a Love Offer. Love wins. Aw. So there's still love here, okay? And that's why you're staying. That deep down inside, you remember the love. You remember why we're here to begin with. Either you could be committed to this person, you could be married to this person. And it is a sense of a sincere energy of, I am committed to that love. I'm committed to, vows that we made together, or the time that we have invested into this connection. We've created a life together. We have children together, or we're raising children together. We have a home and families and friends. And, we don't want to walk away from all of those things. We're going to stay together. Aw. I have Working It Out and Still in Love. Okay, so we have to find our way. I think that there's some forgiveness that has to happen, and maybe it's on both sides. Maybe there's a truce, so to speak, that we just have to find forgiveness for each other. Loneliness. I think that if you admit to your person that you've missed them, and they're right there in front of you, I think they'll be like, what do you mean you miss me? I'm right here. But you have to explain to them that you miss the intimacy, or you miss your quiet times together, or you miss the affection. It could be as simple as that. You miss making love. You used to make love more often. You miss kissing, anything. So it is a sense of, I feel lonely even within this connection, and I don't want to feel alone anymore. You're right here. You're supposed to be my best friend. You're supposed to be my person. So sometimes we have to have that conversation. It's a really hard conversation, Spirit saying. I have a habitual liar. So that came into me as I'm just afraid they're not going to change. And that's where this kind of, I'm having a hard time forgiving and forgetting. I'm staying in here because I want to, or I have to for some reasons. Maybe you have little kids and you can't go anywhere. But it's a sense of, I still don't trust this person. So that's something you have to address. I have to be able to trust you. I have a marriage or living together. I do feel like we have a lasting commitment. I do feel like I don't want to walk away from what it is that we've built. And for those of you that know, you've been in a relationship for a long time, it takes a lot of effort, and you don't want to start all over again. And just because you're starting over again with somebody else, even though that Ace of Swords and that Ace of Cups looks really good, it's not necessarily any better. And a lot of people realize that the grass isn't necessarily that much greener on the other side, that people are people. And you might be even in a worse situation. You may be meeting somebody that you think is great in the beginning, but then they turn into some kind of toxic energy. And you look back and say, I actually had it better where I was. So you want to make sure that you're leaving for the right reasons, that you're really not happy. It really feels like it's over. It really feels like there's nothing there to repair. That's when you leave. I have a Six of Swords. There's definitely thoughts of moving on. Now that Six of Swords could be, I'm going to move on from these feelings. I'm going to move on from holding back. I'm going to move on from, I don't think we can fix it. And I'm going to move in the direction of, I want to fix it. So that's a mindset more than anything. I have a Hanged Man, looking at things from a different perspective. The grass is not always greener. Sometimes you feel like jumping ship is the only thing. I have a Five of Wands, fighting these feelings. I have a King of Pentacles. Do you feel secure in this connection? Is there a reason to stay? We own a house together, paying bills together, just reality. So there's a feeling of, we have to make this work. We want to make this work. I have a Three of Swords, that this person could have broken your heart and you're having a hard time, getting back the feelings. Sometimes you just can't get back the feelings and you feel empty inside, Spirit just said. I have a Lovers. Beautiful. And I have the Two of Cups. So they want to remind you that this is a soul connection and that this is still a good connection. You still are meant to be together. You still have a lot to work with, is how I feel. You have a lot in common. You have a lot to share. You're still very interested in each other. So Spirit just said you or them haven't walked away yet. So that says something right there. Maybe we've gotten close to it. Maybe we have feelings that I feel like they're going to walk away. I feel like they're not happy, or I feel like I'm going to walk away. But we haven't walked away from this yet. So that tells me that we're strong. That tells me that we don't want to give up. And I have strength. Thank you, Spirit. It was almost like that tells me that you have strength, right? And then the strength card comes in. Yeah, it tells me that you're strong. It tells me that it's easier to throw in the towel. It's easier to walk away than it is to fix something. But you both have to want to fix it, and that's always the case. That's always the what do I do? But we have to get over this. I'm lonely in this relationship, because you should never feel alone when you're in a connection. You end up, you're in a long-term relationship, and you end up doing everything alone. You go places alone. You go to your family functions alone. You and the kids go to places, but they don't join you because they'd rather do something else. That's not a connection. That's somebody that you're sharing a house with. So you want to do things together. You want to look like a couple. You want to feel like you're not alone. I have next year looks promising. I'm going to say what a difference a year makes. If we focused on healing, if we focused on communication, if we focused on spending more time together, being honest with each other, forgiving, all the things we know we should do. And Spirit even said counseling for some of you that want to go to counseling. But it is a sense of what a difference a year could make. We could be in a different place. So it's very hopeful. The next weeks look promising. Things get better. Okay. So things can get better. It is how I feel. I'm not going down the whole of this is going in the wrong direction, get out, goodbye. I'm not feeling any of that. I'm feeling, I just want it to be better. I just want it to be better. I don't want to be so tired all the time. Tired of thinking, tired of worrying, tired of wondering. I have next spring, but maybe by the springtime, we'll be feeling better. Finding love again. I have next winter. So again, the sense of what a difference of this, and also this feeling of the next, like what's coming next. All right. So maybe the Spirit just wants you to think about, what is our future and where are we headed? 12 months from now is the bottom of the deck. They want you to give this a year. Okay. And maybe some of you don't want to give it a year. Maybe you already put a timeline on it. If they don't change within the next couple months, I'm done. But maybe we need to give it another year and see how we feel. And if nothing has changed, then they're saying you're not ready to make that decision. You're not ready to make a decision about whether you want this for the rest of your life or you don't. You just know that you're tired and you're lonely and something isn't working. So you've got to reconnect to this person for sure. But I do feel like you're strong, and I do feel like there's a lot to fight for. There's a lot of love here still. And they're saying, don't walk away. Spirit just said, don't walk away from the life that you've built. Don't walk away from the life that you've built. So that's the message. And it's not easy. It's not easy. We're going to put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Welcome. Welcome back, everybody. Comment below. Claim it, own it. It's yours. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, I'll put my website link below, Kathy Mamolen. Medium.com. In the meantime, we'll see you again in another Love Messages real soon.